mashed with 2 ounces of low-fat cream cheese. We're talking about a whole head. Salt and pepper, and topped with hot sauce in your bowl. You're darn right I'll eat this. This is amazing. If you have not done mashed cauliflower, you got to do it. I actually get a big box of chicken broth, and I boil it, and then I will take that very same chicken broth and freeze it. And when I make the next head of mashed cauliflower, I pull that out, put it in the pan, let it melt, and use it again. So I use it twice, so I'm saving a little bit of money there buying chicken broth. It still has all the flavor, and salt and pepper it, top it with Frank's Red Hot, I think is what I use on it. Any hot sauce would be great in it. Of course, you'll find out I'm a hot girl. I like all the hot and spicy. Then, and this has protein in it. Shocking to me. I was so shocked when I learned all this. Jalapenos, yes. All right. So they don't have much protein, but they do make all these other foods taste so much better. So there's just like a small amount in jalapenos. But by the time you have all of these vegetables in your diet, see how you're increasing your protein. Now, meat and dairy. Here's the second category of proteins. Meat and dairy, use grass-fed and range-free as often as you can. So number 1 is eggs, boiled, scrambled, poached, over easy. Egg salad, I can't get enough. If you're watching your cholesterol, stick more to the egg white side. You can get it in cartons, baby. Cartons, and you can have like a whole cup just for a few calories. Just amazing. Make some omelets, anything. Almonds is another protein rich food. Delicious on fruit, oatmeal, almond butter in a protein shake, roasted or in my hand. These are amazing. A 1/4 cup serving size. Now, these are calorie dense. And I just said that in the book, but I'm going to go on and say you have to measure your almonds. Either count them, and I think a serving size is like 17. You can Google that. Or a 1/4 cup, because these, you can have 400, 600, 800 calories in almonds or any nuts. Really easy. Walnuts. Now, this is a biggie, you all. This is a biggie. These are delicious, full of protein, and they fight off Alzheimer's and dementia. Dr. Amen, who is a brain specialist, recommends eating these every single day. A 1/4 cup serving size. These are they are calorie dense. So on a side note, you all know that one of my precious family members is dealing with dementia and Alzheimer's right now. And this is something that I also add to my diet every day. Walnuts and blueberries. Okay, so we'll talk about blueberries another time, I think, in the book. But blueberries, always have a serving of each of those. Pasture-raised organic chicken breast. Grilled, barbecued, Asian zinged, General Tso'd. They are all good. Of course, chicken is my main staple. I love it. If it weren't for chicken, I'd be a vegetarian probably. Now, here's another one, canned chicken. Okay, I don't know if it comes organic, but I love canned chicken made into buffalo chicken and stuffed into a jalapeno and put in the air fryer. Just saying, I love canned chicken. It's not the most healthy alternative, but it still is a high protein, healthy alternative in my opinion, because otherwise you might not get it in your diet, or you might eat something you shouldn't or wouldn't want to because of your health goals. So canned chicken, I throw that into all kinds of stuff. It's a base for my tortilla soup. It sometimes we just make it into a quick salad, throw a little bit of light Miracle Whip or a light mayo in there, and put in some celery and put in some grapes, and there you go. You're done. I'm talking about, I love canned chicken for protein. Of course, you know I don't like meat a lot, so this canned chicken just is better for me in many of my choices through the day. Grass-fed filet mignon. I only desire this about 2 times a year, but I do love me some mushrooms and A1 sauce on that. So could you pick that up? I can't even eat filet mignon without A1 sauce. But I actually had that yesterday. We buy in bulk at Costco. I get Gary a different steak, and then filet mignon is my choice, and I usually can eat about half of a filet, but it's just packed full of protein. Wild caught salmon, just take me to Ted's Montana Grill and I'll eat cedar plank salmon every single day. You can buy salmon on a cedar plank at Kroger's and bake it at home too. Now, you don't have to do it. You can do it on the grill. You can cook salmon anyway. Just make sure that you get wild caught as much as possible. The oil in it is great. And I will be honest with you, I am not a fishy girl. I love crab. And I like lobster, and I like shrimp so. So I'm really fussy about a fishy taste. So with salmon, I actually had to train myself to eat it. I just made it twice a week for about, 2 months, I guess. And then I got used to it and I craved it and I loved it. So, and that was years and years ago that I did that. So it is one of the things that I can eat. I do take out the dark grayish brown vein out of the bottom, and I won't eat that because that's the most fishy to me. I don't know if that's where all the healthy fats are, but that's what I do. Grass-fed ground chicken. I love ground chicken. I look for the healthy, natural, no hormone choice as much as possible. It comes in the chicken section in the store, and it's ground. This is probably my number one go-to for cooking. I make taco soup out of it. I make spaghetti out of it. I make everything out of it. Meatballs and everything you can think of with it. Chobani and, oh man, I used to know how to say this. Fage. I'm sorry, can't remember how to pronounce it. 0% fat Greek yogurt. I mix a third cup into my protein shake for an extra boost. I will also mix half a cup with grapes or blueberries for a snack, and I put a little Truvia or agave, whatever I have on hand, to make it a little sweeter because it's quite sour. But I'm telling you, if you're going to drink a protein shake that has like 30 grams of protein in it and you put a third to a half cup of Greek yogurt in it, it raises it to 50 or close to 50, depending on what brands you have. And it's just a way to just knock it out, to knock out that protein and get it up. And when you eat protein, you feel more full. Too Good yogurt, a delicious sweetened yogurt that has 80% less sugar with a touch of stevia. It comes in several flavors, and it is so good mixed with fresh fruit. Now, I don't love it, but if I start eating it, I will stay eating it, and then I acquire a taste. Low-fat ricotta cheese. Okay, this is a great thing that many of us don't even think about eating. You don't have to have lasagna to have low-fat ricotta cheese. I love this on top of marinara sauce instead of pasta. So I just I make my hot and spicy marinara, or you can just make regular, and you just put a couple tablespoons or a quarter cup or just whatever the container says, and you decide you want for a serving. And this is your protein source. You just put it right in there. And then I put like olives on top of it, and I make a piece of garlic toast to go along with it. And of course, you count all the calories. You can have a great meal. But this low-fat ricotta cheese is really, really good. Another thing you can do with it is you can add a sweetener to it, a healthy sweetener. So I recommend stevia. And you can put a little cocoa powder in it, stir it up and eat it. You can put lemon zest in it and just have it like a creamy lemon. You can do so many things with it. I'm sure you could put it in your bullet and put some peanut butter powder in it and a little bit of water or milk and make a pudding. Just so many things. Just get creative. Now we're going to talk about shellfish as a protein source. Scallops are great blackened with Cajun seasoning in a pan. Oh, yes. Shrimp, cold or grilled, also delicious. Crab. Most types of shellfish have approximately the same amount of protein as other types of fish. Did you know that? And meat at around 20 grams per serving, but far less fat in the shellfish. Scallops offer the highest amount of protein at 29 grams per serving. Yummy. If you are a meat lover, just Google or read the labels of your favorites to find the protein amounts. Now, I want to talk about mushrooms. They are only semi-protein, but oh so yum. Portobello are my absolute favorites right after shiitake. These sneaky and delicious guys are incredibly delish and can be made into so many other things. Diced with taco seasoning, they are the perfect taco meat. Giant caps can be brushed with olive oil and grilled to be a hamburger bun. Throw a big cap in your sandwich maker, and when it's done, cover it with marinara or pizza sauce and some fresh mozzarella and garlic salt. Here are some stats on this superstar. Mushrooms are low in calories, have virtually no fat and no cholesterol, and are very low in sodium. 3 ounces of raw mushrooms, about 1 cup, provide 1 to 2 grams of protein. Mushrooms contain an indigestible carbohydrate called chitin that contributes bulk to our diet. So 1 raw cup cooks down to so little I can eat a couple of cups of these in one sitting. So it's not super high, it's like a semi, but it has a few grams of protein, and it's a great filler. It's great to add to the meats that you like to boost the protein a little bit but make you fuller. Protein bars and shakes. I like Built bars, my absolute favorite. Any plant-based protein powder. Fairlife protein shakes, that's my favorite. Premier protein shakes. Both Fairlife and Premier shakes are great with a 1/3 cup of the fat-free Greek yogurt added and blended. It gives you almost 50 grams of protein. Add veggies and fruit too for a double whammy of health, or use as your coffee creamer. Bonus. I have been adding a tablespoon of chia seeds to my Fairlife bottle and shaking and drinking it with a straw. If you let it sit, it will turn into pudding. So if you want to make pudding, you can. You can also make it in a bowl overnight and eat it as pudding the next day for a meal or snack. I love this because it makes me full for a long time and no blender now to clean up. I do like to use a reusable straw, and I rinse or soak it immediately because it clogs up with chia seeds. FYI, chia seeds are high in omega-3. Y'all, that is something we need desperately to remain healthy. Omega-3 ALA, high in vitamins and minerals, calcium, potassium, and magnesium. They are 20% protein and dietary fiber. They do have calories, so make sure you put them in your MyFitnessPal. Quest protein powders are great to cook with. You can use and make protein brownies, cakes, oatmeal, and pancakes. Add to oatmeal, or as you can see, the list goes on, and it's amazing. And then Atkins protein bars and snacks, great to carry in your purse and full of not only protein but fiber too. The calories can be higher on these, so make sure you're watching that. Woo! And last but not least, in this chapter 10 of You Darling Are Worth a Fight, Lose Weight and Thrive Like a Boss Through Perimenopause and Menopause, as we talk about getting back to the basics, weight loss made simple, here today on the Julie Tussey Show, we have how much protein do you personally need every day? I found this protein calculator online, and it is calculator.net/protein calculator.html. That again is calculator, calculator, calculator.net/protein calculator.html. You can also use a conversion yourself, or you can use this conversion yourself. How do I calculate how much protein I need? To determine your protein needs in grams, first calculate your weight in kilograms by dividing your weight in pounds by 2.2. Next, decide how many grams of protein per kilogram of body weight is appropriate for you. Excuse me. Use the low end of the range if you are in good health and are sedentary. So that equaled 0.8 grams per kilogram. To sum it up, actually, just go use the calculator. It's so much easier. To sum up protein, I like to say, if you are over 30, whether you are trying to lose weight or not, whether you are in the hellfire throes of perimenopause or menopause or not, you may want to consider the value of adding more protein to your diet simply for your health's sake. Now, if you are in the throes of the glorious symptom-filled, weight-gathering, craving-induced perimenopause, this protein key is huge to help you feel better and help you retain and build muscle along with feeling satiated when you have eaten. I hope this has been a great subject for you. This is a very vital key. And I know a lot of times when women hear to strength train or to build muscle, they feel that they're going to look bigger. But the truth is, if we will build muscle in our 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, if any time that we start, it burns more calories, and it's very hard for a woman to get bulky with muscle. Okay, it's very hard. You're going to have to do heavy weights. You're going to have to probably go on a regimen